going? It's Nerry here from My Skincare Co and Skincare Tycoon. I'm here today to share with you the 8 top success strategies to launch your natural skincare brand. Now, for some of you may already know who I am, others may not know of me. I'll tell you a little bit, very briefly, about my history so you know that all the strategies that I'm recommending for you today, I've actually lived and breathed it. I know that they work because I've been there, and this is what made us a success. So, basically, I have been in the natural skincare industry for over 15 years. I launched my own skincare brand after being a hobbyist for many years. I was at home making products probably very similar to what some of you are doing now, creating little pots of cream and moisturisers and all sorts of fabulous things. I'm very passionate about what I do, and from there I had a full-time job, and I decided that I wanted to make my product commercial, so I started building a business around my full-time job, and that worked very well. I was actually doing direct sales, and from there I grew the business, and we were supplying day spas and nutrition training schools throughout Australia. And after that we were wholesaling through that sort of avenues, and then we branched out into exporting. So, I had a lot of people throughout my journey who had been with me from the beginning, been customers, and seen me grow from a little home-based business into an international skincare brand that we were selling out to 3 or 4 different countries. So, lots of people had seen what I was doing and how I started this, and was loving it and loving the lifestyle that it afforded me. And a lot of women were saying to me, how do you do this? How did you create this? So what I actually did from there was create a high-level mentor program where I worked with people one-on-one, and they paid me $20,000, and I worked with them from the ground up. So we created their products from scratch, with them, in conjunction with them. They had their own personality infused into those products. I made sure that they were stable and that they worked and that they were delivering what they wanted and meeting the price points and all those sorts of things. So we worked with them from the ground up, creating their brand and basically speeding them to market. So the process that would often take sometimes several years, actually we could do over several months. So from that high-level program, I have created this course, Skincare Tycoon, and what it is all the information condensed into a short course. But before we get into any of that, I would like to give you the top 8 strategies which really helped me to differentiate myself in the industry and to be able to take my business to the success that it was. So strategy number 1 is to find your niche and have a UBA, or a unique buying advantage, otherwise known as a unique selling proposition. Now, there's two schools of thought on this, to be honest. Unique selling proposition is all good and well. So something that people can't offer your customers that you can. Now, it can be an ingredient. It needs to be something really unique to your brand that you can market. It could come down to your packaging. It can be anything at all, which you know that your customers want. That's fairly important. Now, the way that you pitch this is, I like to think of it from the unique buying advantage, because you're putting yourself in your customer's shoes and looking in. A unique selling proposition, you're looking out from your business from a sales point of view, and that's not always a great way to hit exactly what your target audience wants. So look at it as a unique buying advantage. As a customer looking at your product on the shelf, why would they choose your brand over another brand? Now, a great example of this, not in the skincare industry, but in another industry, is of course the pizza industry. Extremely competitive industry, and here in Australia, I know in America and the UK and that sort of thing, there'll be different pizza brands, but here in Australia we had several pizza places competing. Now, one of them came out and said, delivered hot and fresh in 30 minutes or it's free. That grew that business significantly overnight, basically, because if you're going to call up and order pizza, what do you want? You want it hot, you want it fresh, and you want it quickly. And if they don't do it, it's free. Now, if I were comparing that to another company where it might turn up any time, it's probably cold, and that's just the way it is. Of course I'm going to choose delivered hot and fresh in 30 minutes or it's free. So think about that for your brand and how can you differentiate yourself. You know, ingredients, there's so many amazing ingredients that that's a really easy way to find something that you can shout about your product and that you can use as a core marketing strategy in your little book of tricks. So have a good think about it and apply this. If you just do this one thing in your business, it's going to make a massive difference. So I hope that you can use this one. Thanks.